Welcome back, the Big Short family. Thank you all so much for all of the messages, support, phone calls, comments, likes, shares, and subscriptions. I truly appreciate it, and it actually gives me so much more confidence in doing with what I'm doing. So I'm truly grateful. Thank you. A quick shout out to Cornele, Andre, Mashilo, and Furious069. Thank you so much for the comments. I appreciate it. Cornele, brilliant work on building on your confidence. Andre, of course, we can all use these videos to develop ourselves. Guys, I would like to add a new section to our videos called the Mavericks Corner, where I spend time with leaders in multiple industries in our country. And I ask them what advice will they give the youth, or they actually share advice with me that I would like to share with you guys. So the first maverick I'd like to talk about is Calvin Collette. Calvin Collette started Supersonic MTN and grew it to the number one ISP in South Africa in 2019, and he has just launched Melon Mobile that is doing incredible in the market. And what he shared with me was a quote, and the quote is, "The magic we're looking for lies in the work we are avoiding." So that's a very powerful quote, and I think that relates so well to our video on procrastination. Thank you so much, Calvin. We appreciate it. The next maverick is Peran Naidu, who's a leader in the forensic investigation industry. And he has had hundreds of employees throughout the years. And his number one thing that he says that he has noticed with youth that start and are successful is that the youth that start and that are successful are fully engaged in whatever they do. So that's another brilliant thing. Always be fully engaged in whatever you do and do not waste time. So thank you so much, Peran Naidu. I appreciate your feedback. Now let's go on to today's topic. And today's topic is, how do you deal with rejection? So just to give you a little bit of understanding how I deal with rejection, I started off a company that sells happiness in 2017, and I think that was the most rejection and not negativity. I think people did not understand exactly what I was trying to do, and it was so far out from the norm, and people just told me it would not be possible. People told me that I will see you next year to see if you're still alive. And that was very, very hard rejection, but I realized in life there's two types of people. One that where rejection fuels you and you move forward, and the other where rejection destroys you. And I know you are the one that is going to use rejection to grow. So just to give you all my top 3 things to do with dealing with rejection is kill people with kindness. Smile when you are being rejected. I know this sounds very very unorthodox, but when people told me that my vision could not work, when people told me that they cannot see it coming to life, I went up to them and I hugged them and I smiled. And number 2, use that rejection to fuel yourself. There's successful people use rejection to fuel themselves rather than let it destroy them. So in your mind, as soon as you get rejected, start thinking, I will show you. I can use this to my benefit. what I did was I knew exactly what I wanted and how I wanted to do it. And I just looked at them, smiled, and said, yeah, watch me. I get it done. So number two was use rejection to fuel yourself. And number three is build this habit every day of killing people with kindness when you get rejected. And let me give you a simple story. Is it comes a point whereby the person turns around and is like, hey, let me just give this guy an opportunity. So always push forward and build with rejection. Rejection is your secret ingredient to drive you. So thank you so much for that. Let's quickly go through our three things. Number one, kill people with kindness. Smile when you're being rejected. Number two, use the rejection to fuel you. And number three, build a habit of being rejected and not letting it bother you at all. I love you guys. I look forward to our next video, and I look forward to watching you grow. Thank you.
Body's moving, head so raw. Beat is bumping in my soul.